Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, my friends. It is, of course, the MRC show that never ends. We are back here at the Temple of Speed in Italy. We are, of course, at the one and only the historic Monza racing track. Joining me this evening, we have a newcomer to join me in the commentary box. At the very least, it is the one, the only. It is the baby Hornet himself. It is, of course, Simon. Good evening.
Good evening. How are we doing?
Pretty good, thank you. Just about cooled down after the that crazy and exciting race we've just seen in Tier 2, and now looking forward to the big guns, we can say.
Yeah, I'm going to look forward to sitting back and watching this one.
Definitely, and we saw some great overtakes in Tier 2, and I'm sure we're going to see some fantastic on-track action as well. We've got beautiful, clear sunshine in qualifying now. Are we going to see that in the race? Well, I'm sure the guys are going to hope so. They've had plenty of rain to talk about this season. Now I think they're just praying now for a bit of dry.
Yeah, Tier 1 have been very unlucky with wet races recently.
Yeah, they have, yeah. And let's have a look who we got. I think there's only one standing tonight, and he's already on track. It is the race winner from Tier 2, and it is Bergen sitting in the Mercedes this time. Interesting.
Ooh.
Well, that is a call. There's a lot of drivers straight out on track. A lot of them going. Some of them on the Seppi is in. Oh, sorry, yeah, he's a second stand-in Seppi SW. He is out on the medium tyres. Bergen on the mediums as well. Everyone else on the soft tyres this evening. One-stop strategy seems to be the choice call from mediums to. Or soft to mediums, I should say, unless you have set a top 10, potentially go mediums to soft. There's a few safety cars as well, so it's, it could be a spicy race.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems more than possible to do a one-stop around Monza.
Yeah, even with safety cars, we saw a few early on in Tier 2, and then seemed to quieten down, I like to say, for the rest of the race. Till about half race distance, and then we had nice clear running from the Tier 2 guys. We're on board with G-Star as he goes into the first chicane. I'm just about to bring up the track map and go through. We all know I love a good corner name, if I can pronounce it. Which,
indeed.
We tried. Did try it in last time out in Netherlands. But well, we'll have a go. There's a few easier ones and a lot more that people recognise this. I think if this is one of the, of course, the historic tracks that that you have in the F1 calendar.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the more recognisable ones.
Yeah, it certainly is. G-Star is a 54.3 through the second sector. It's amazing how much the track rubbers in round here as well. Plus, he's getting a nice tow off, I think it's a McLaren early on. It's Chris B. Well, MT already, 21 flat. I'm sure that's what we saw in Tier 2 as the pole time.
Fastest time, and that's just a bank lap for MTO.
And they're straight away to PT in the 120s already. Wow, this is going to be a ridiculously fast qualifying session. J. Sarge now at 20.8. I think this is going to be really close as well because of the slipstream effect that you get as well.
Oh yeah, it's really, really strong around here, the slipstream.
It is. I think the DRS is worth up to about 0.8 of a second. We saw a couple of overtakes early on, and that had some drivers were about 0.7 off going in out of the parabolica down the start-finish straight, and then had that DRS and just breeze past the driver in front. So still a lot to play for in the championship. We have 2 rounds left after this one. We have got. Xavier is up. He is currently in the pits, actually, but he is currently still our championship leader with J. Sarge, a 3-time champ, currently in third. He is sitting 18 points further back with only LRL 4 points further back. It's very close behind J. Sarge. We've got LRL, Stefan. He is 4 points further back. Then we have Kid Dynamite, and they're 2 points further back, and 7 points further back from that. We've then got Oliver Pell and Chris Bailey after his win last time out. He is only 2 points further back. That win really brings him back in the championship. It's amazing, Simon, in that how close these championships are. One good result really, really can jump you up the standings.
Oh yeah, absolutely can.
Let's have a look. We're on board with Reese, currently 13th in the championship. He's missed a few events, unfortunately for him, but he's going to be looking for a little bit of redemption through there as he goes through the infamous Variante Ascari, 8, 9 and 10. Only 11 corners on this track. Average speeds well in excess of 190, maybe even 200 mile an hour. As Reese now bailed on his lap. Ooh, we haven't even got the track mark up. There we are. Where are we? There we are. Let's go. He validated his laps. Luckily, he seems to have enough fuel on board to go again. And we're going to ride on board with Reese. Down the main straight, he's going to heavy brake into what's called the 1 degree Variante, which is one of the tightest chicanes on the calendar. Probably bar Monaco, you'd have to say.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, which is tight everywhere, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Round the Curve Grande or Curve Biassono, which is turn 3, heavy braking into 4 and 5. The 2 degree Variante, or the Variante della Roggia chicane, up into 6 and 7, which is the Curve de Lesmos, the infamous Lesmo corners through 1. And then here we go, heavy braking down to 4th. He takes it in, then upshifts quickly into 5th, through 6 and 7. Down the Curva del Seraglio. And then we have the infamous, of course, 8, 9 and 10, the Variante Ascari chicane. How is he going to take the curve? Uses the curve really well. Uses a touch there, very brave to use the through 9. Stays away from 10, can easily spin the car, and that is you done for if you manage to hit that curve on the exit. It's important to get the good exit straight down here. No DRS on this straight, and then into the curve of the Parabolica, turn 11. Trying to let the car run wide, trying not to get any twitch. Easy to get a bit of oversteer through that, and then understeer as well, very wide. And Reese pops it into 11th with that lap.
Very nice banking lap there.
It was, yeah. That's 21.197, I should say. Who have we got on track? So the times have come thick and fast now. I'll tell you what, this is close at the top. We've got Ball Boy in third, a 6.85, and then a 6.68 for Liverpool, and then Ujoni has got a 26.42. Oh no, there's some bankers for you.
They are unbelievable bankers.
As we're going to watch Saviour goes across the line, he had invalidated his lap. And he's gone 13th with that and a 21.3. He's been suffering a bit. He's unfortunately had quite a bit on in his personal life, as we all do. So hasn't had much time to practice this week. I think he got a few laps just before we started. But with that little cushion, he's going to afford to potentially finish second. You just got to be careful where Sarge, Stefan, Dynamite and Leverpel are really in relative terms. But Leverpel up there currently in second, Stefan in fourth, Dynamite in sixth, Sarge seventh. His closest challengers. Let's have a look at Old Thatch as he starts his fast lap in the Red Bull. Who have we got on? Calvin's on. I think he's actually away, Calvin. I think he's on holiday.
He is indeed.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to take time out to watch the racing from your heavy partying, I'm sure, in the sunshine. Indeed,
we love the support.
We do, definitely. Everybody watching, get on the comments, give us a bit of chat. And, pause Love Island. We don't need to watch that. This is where the action's at. No one wants to watch that. Absolute tosh.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, other channels are available. For example, the MRC YouTube channel. Always live on a Monday night and a Wednesday. And now Fridays, of course, as well. That's where it wants to be at. There we are. Saviour on his second lap. A 20.64. 1,000th of a second. He's gone quicker than Johnny. Oh, then Dynamite beats him a 5.6. This is going to be hundreds. He's going to take this pole position. You can see it, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah. These times are absolutely rapid for being on this early in the session.
Yeah, and already we've actually had nearly 10 minutes of the session already.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, welcome to Tier 1. It doesn't half fly by. You get used to this. Carl's joined us again. Good evening, Carl. We're on board with Ball Boy. Was third, now been bumped down to fifth. Nice to short shift, doesn't use too much of the exit curve through 5. Keeps well off the inside as well through 6. Use a touch of the curb in 7. It's quite a short exit curb there. Easy to hit it onto the grass there. And as well, that's kind of off camber. The second as well, very off camber corner.
Yeah.
Can just throw you out wide, and then you either invalidate or you could be in spin top territory. It was purple in the middle sector. 2/10 up on this lap. This could be provisional pole if he manages to keep it. He does as well. Great exit looking at that through Ascari. Use every little bit of the track and a bit more. Good evening to the 20 watching. Don't forget to like, share, of course, and subscribe to the stream. Ring the bell, and you will see us and the notification when we go live. Let's have a look what Ball Boy can do. He does a 20.5. Lose a touch of time, actually, in the last sector. But again, 100th quicker than Dynamite actually has popped it in second.
Unbelievably close.
Oh. Now Joni's quicker on this lap through the first sector. Oh, why did it validate the second Lesmo? Has he got time to get back in? We've got a yellow in sector 3. I think that's just for a car moving out of the way. Yeah, we do. He has time to get back in now if he ducks back in. Easy time for one more. Last time race winner Cuspelli down in 13th. Of course, lead commentator tonight as well. Great job he did with our co-con commentator.
Yes,
I mean,
indeed.
that's the name I decided to go with. I didn't want to go put the others that we came up with earlier. Oh, sure, we just saw a car spinning in the background. I may have missed it. I didn't know if someone was spinning. It may have just been trick of the eyes. As Ollie's popped it up into 5th. Good luck from Ollie.
Wow, yeah.
He's having a solid season this time out. He had a bit of difficulties
Ollie's
last
out.
time. Oh, now he's out. Now, where is that? That's through the Lesmos.
Through the Lesmos, yeah.
Yeah, so who's going to come through there next? Sorry, I'm flicking, folks. I'm just trying to find the next driver. There it is. That'll be Bergen going through. Where is it? Oh, he lost it through the first Lesmo and buried it in the wall. So he puts in a great lap time, and then that's him out of the session. He is currently 12th in the standings, actually. He's had some good results. He managed, unfortunately, a DNF in Belgium. But he's been, he's had a better season, you'd have to say, this season than last. He had a bit of bad luck, and I would say last season did Ollie, but no, doing well so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's have a look. So Bergen is the one currently on a lap time, currently in 19th, and we know how quick Bergen can be. Everyone does say he's got a little bit of a fan club, as he's
Very
failed on
big
that
fan
lap.
club.
He does actually, yeah, I would say a little. That's an understatement of the century, I think.
Ooh, your Rappel's a 10th up, coming into the final sector.
Oh, Stefan now goes quick at 20.4. We're going to cut to Le Rappel. We'll name Hilbert Berger, so let's see what he can do. We're going to have to start calling him Gerhard, I think, from now on. As he pops it into second with that one. Oh, this is getting very close. I was nearly going to say who's your money on, but we've got 4.5 minutes left. I'm not even going to go there.
I was going to say the top 10 are separated by about 0.4 of a second.
Yeah, they are. Wow.
Absolutely mad.
That's insane. That's incredible. And then now Reese has popped it up there. He's into the 120.3s.
Unbelievable.
Wow. It almost looks like if you fuel for 2 fast laps, maybe 2 medium or slow out laps to get the tyres bedded in a little bit. That's what seems to be quicker for people. MTO's done 3 laps on his. Reese was on his second lap. Oh, as Alex has lost it out of a scar and he's lost his front wing. Oh, can he keep going? He can. He can. Wow. That's what I mean, folks. If you just get that inside curb on the bad angle, that's you, like a spinning top.
And that was looking like a top 3 position there.
Yeah, he was on a really good lap, wasn't he? Now let's have a look. We haven't featured him for a little while. It's Mr. Hoseman. Well, we featured him last time. It was raining like a hosepipe, but this time the hosepipe was firmly off as we got perfectly dry conditions. Not sure what it's going to do for the race. We haven't heard yet of what is going to happen for the race. So if anyone's on watching, we like to think it's going to be dry. If anyone can fill us in on that, that would be great. Bozeman takes a wide line through Ascari. It just means that you've got to hold the throttle that little bit more before you can really get the power down. Here we go into final turn 11. Lost the Parabolica, and he's bailed on that one. That's Osman. He's just about got time to get in and get back out. Who have we got on outlap? Saviour, currently in 7th, which, to be fair, is 2.5 tenths off the pole, which you don't know. Well, that's the first time I've ever said that, I'm not going to lie. To see 2.5 tenths and you're in 7th.
Yeah. Oh, and Chris Bailey's just gone round at the Lesmos, and he's out.
Oh, Chris has lost it this time round. Oh, that's poor for him. That's really unlucky. He's down in 15th with that. Oh, he's lost it in the same place. Ollie lost it.
Yeah, it just took too much curb there.
Yeah, easy done. Easily done. But let's have a look at Saviour. How's his exit out of turn 2? Is he going to keep to the inside line in turn 3? He kind of does. He actually used a bit of the curb there. That's an unusual line, you'd have to say. The car behind getting a useful little toe from the distance. The 10th down in the first sector. Oh, bounce on the curb. And he's out! He's out as well as qualifying!
That is the curb that will send you absolutely, literally flying.
You know, I've hit the inside there. I've hit turn 4, the first left before. And that sends you flying. I didn't realise that one did as well.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Well, apparently Alpine gives you wings as well. Rather than the Red Bull that we're on board with Dynamite. That's terrible, that. Oh my goodness.
I give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give it that. I'm just going to take a walk from the comms box. You're on your own.
Oh, God.
When Gav watches this back, I'm going to get such a ribbing off him.
Oh, you really are.
Yeah. Oh, it's Dynamite there. We are at 20.2. Dynamite now. That Red Bull definitely has wings, or very little wing. I would use very low downforce around here. But we see a mix, don't we, around here as well? Are you going to be quick to get the traction and through the Lesmos and Ascari, or are you going to go without right pace?
Yeah. I mean, I'm more of a kind of downforce man myself.
Generally, I would say I am as well. Around here, I kind of struck a bit of a balance. I wasn't the quickest in a straight line, but it was steady enough. I didn't seem to have too much rear sliding. I think I did once out of the Lesmos, and it gave me a warning for it, which was great. I was sideways, and it gave me a warning. I thought, that's just fantastic.
Beautiful.
Well, I think we've got 8 seconds left. Quite a few people, nearly everybody. Jay Sarge is the only one. He's done for qualifying. He's down in 13th as it stands.
Ooh.
That's that's an interesting one. Maybe he's just got a lot of race pace in there. It is possible to make moves from there. Actually, that's where I started. In Tier 2, so it is possible. If I can do it, then I'm sure a 3-time champ can definitely take the fight. But we're on board with Stefan at the moment. The Alpha Tauri's got a little bit of traffic, but if everyone's on a fast lap... No, he's been hampered! Oh, the Alfa Romeo has really hampered him! Oh my goodness, who is that behind as well coming through? That is... I'm not actually sure who that is. Oh, we've just got a board with a lever pedal and he's gone round outside of Lesmos as well. This just shows how much everybody is pushing at the moment. Who's going to be on a quick lap? MTO, he's done. He is in 6th as it stands. LOLs, he's pitted. Ballboy is in 2nd. Reese, he's in 3rd. Is he going to challenge? He's not. He's gone straight on. He's moved out the way. He's bailed on his lap. So the next one, Liverpool, he's, of course, lost that wing. That's further down. We've got Hoseman. Now that says he's 4 tenths up. This could be a heck of a lap, and it is. He pops him in 6th with that one.
Ooh.
Good lap. Great lap.
Very nice lap.
Next across the line, Nick BT, he's slowed, he's bailed in his lap. The only other person is Gatian. He's coming around the Parabolica, and he's bailed as well.
Yeah.
So, there we are, folks. Your starting grid, Temple of Speed this evening. Kid Dynamite takes pole at 20.210. Bald Boy a 1/10 of a second further back. Reese in 3rd, LRL in 4th, Liverpool in 5th. That's Holzman in 6th, MTO in 7th, Seppi in 8th, Saviour, championship leader, in 9th after that big crash through turn 4 and 5. Ojoni in 10th, Ollie just outside the top 10. He's in 11th. Alex in 12th. Old Fashioned 13th. Jess Sarge 14th. Marcaney 15th. Nick BT in 16th. Chris Bailey in 17th. Gatchan 18th. 19th is Bergen, and G-Star rounds out the grid. That was a bit quick.
Yeah, that was a incredibly quick qualifying.
Yeah. Wow. Absolutely incredible, that one. And there we have the times. So, well, at least 0.6 of a second you can see there, just over, separating the top 14 drivers. 15, 16, 17 drivers separated by less than 0.7 of a second. A second separates the grid.
Yeah, that is unbelievably close.
Yeah. And it's not, if you thought it was like in Austria, which is a 1 minute 4, 1 minute 5 lap, I think it is.
Yeah.
You can understand that. This is and yes, it's very quick, this circuit, but it's still a 80-second lap.
Yeah.
Separated by a second.
Absolutely mad.
And as we said, the slipstream and DRS is vitally important around here. DRS easy to use up quite quickly as well around here, you seem to find.
Yeah, definitely. Although it doesn't recharge that quickly around here, the ERS.
No, exactly that. You're right there. It isn't. It's very difficult. It takes a good 4 or 5 laps at least to kind of set yourself back up. And that's where it hurts, I would say. That's because you use it for a lap to try and attack, and once you pass, that with that drag reduction being so effective, you're kind of left a bit vulnerable, really. You've got to really have that lap time pace in it and the tyres. So, that's an interesting one, this one. This is going to be such a big race. Let's have a quick look as we go through the tyres and see who's going to start on the alternate strategy. Well, a few actually. Alex, Fatch, Nick BT, Bergen and Gisa all starting on the medium tyres this time round. Bergen actually used that strategy to really good effect in Tier 2, hoping for the same, a few maybe early safety cars to help him boost him right up the grid there. So forgive the silence, folks. I'm just in the process trying to find where it's been put. There it is. Tier 2. I'm looking for our Tier 1 driver of the day. Just trying to find it. It is not there as the moment. We will come back to it. But when the link does go live, do not forget to vote for your driver of the day. Of course, we are looking forward to a fantastic race. We've already seen one already this evening. No doubt we're going to see another in the next minute or so. And I'll tell you what, Dean's not hanging around, is he?
He's really not.
Really trying to push
Old boy's
those
been
tyres
caught sleeping there a little bit.
It has, yeah. I'd definitely say that's more than 10 car lengths, but which Morgan seemed to do that to me, but I was trying to warm the tyres at weaving a little bit and then touch the grass and end up doing a nice 360. So yeah, that definitely got them warm. Had the cheek to say that was more than 10 car lengths. I think you'll find it's about 5 cars I went backwards. Of course, Morgan will be with us, of course, in the commentary box on Wednesday evening. Don't forget, he'll be for Tier 3 and then Tier 4 following suit, where we have some class commentary team and some amazing drivers and racing to bring you later this week. But until then, of course, we are here for tonight's secondary event. Some say the main event. I'll leave that up to you. Looks like we have a very strange camera. We're going to go on board with Dean as G-Sars just comes up to the grid now to take his place in 20th. Yeah, some people did actually try the hard tyres. They're looking at a one stop, whether it's soft to mediums or soft to hards, and I think the hard's a little bit too slippery around here, but we will see what's going to happen. We have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we go racing, and away we are. Ballboy gets a good start, but there's a good start further back. He got the jump, I think. Ballboy really got caught napping there. Reese is already up into second. And then we have LOL and Liverpool side by side into 1 and 2. They're still side by side. Is Liverpool going to get the move? He's not. LOL manages to keep it, gets the drive. Out of 2, there's a few bit of wheel banging further on, but Dynamite really got a great start. Unchallenged into 1. Reese, good start as well. He's now up into 2nd place, all the way down into 5th already as we speak. There's a few movers and shakers further back, as you can see. What's it you're seeing, Simon?
Oh, Facci just really pulling it to J-Sarge there. Slight contact.
Let's hope he got away with it. He just lost a place to Mark Haney. He is now the Ferrari boys. Oh, there's a big crash at the back. That's MTO's out. Mike's gone. Out the second. Liz was saw it in the background, and he is gone.
And Alex got caught up in it as well.
Oh, that's a nightmare for Alex. Hopefully he hasn't got too much damage, but there's a virtual safety car on track. I don't know if
he's got damage, it's the horrible invisible kind.
Oh, days, that's so unlucky for Alex. Yeah, he's had a poor start, unfortunately. Bergen's up a spot. G-Star jumped him off the line. Chris is up a couple of places as well. Nick is. Saviour's up a couple. Our championship leader. He's up into 7th. Jess Sarge now in the points. He's had a great start. Ollie, I don't know if he had a moment somewhere or kind of got. Oh, now Fatch has been caught speeding in the pit lane. 5-second penalty will be applied. Ollie's pitted as well. I don't know if he had any damage. Let's have a quick look down. He was with all sorts. So Fatch has got the front wing. Is Ollie going to have the same? He is as well. Yeah. That invisible damage that we've seen. Love that glitch where the wing comes off but the wing stays there. Love that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, sorry, we missed it. It's gone to a full safety car.
It has.
Well, and Alex has stayed out, so he feels like he got away with it. I don't know if he maybe got a tap to the wheel or not 100%. I'm sure we'll potentially see that later on. So let's have a look. Early move and shakers ball boy, of course. Poor start, unfortunately, him got swallowed up down into turn 1. He's now down into 5th. Hoseman's down into 9th. And then, of course, Alex, who got caught up. Fatch and Ollie, they are down 5 and 8 places as well, respectively. Everybody else up quite a few spots, you'd have to say. It's been an interesting start.
It was an absolutely outstanding start from LRL there. Lightning start.
Yeah, he managed just to hold on. He was challenged from Liverpool a little bit into 1 and 2. Or as we call him, Gear Hard from now on. But he did well, and LL just managed to get away with that, did Stefan, and he's managed to keep hold of 3rd. Safety car that I think we're going to, unfortunately it's a bit late, so it won't come in this lap. We're going to have one more lap behind it. Everyone is bunched up now though, so it's going to be interesting who tries to keep the tyres warm and who decides to try to just save a bit of life in those tyres.
I think anyone who's on the medium tyres is going to have to work really hard to keep them nice and warm.
It is that, you're right, but you can get them warm reasonably easily, you'd have to say, down the back straight. Or Fatch taking the pit stop now to get rid of that 5 seconds wise to do that. He'll be able to catch up to the back, and he was in 19th, I think, it's 18th anyhow, so not too much of an issue with that one. He's gone to the medium tyres. They will have to pit again. I don't think they will go 23, 24 laps, unfortunately. They will last, I think, after the safety car, they'll probably last about 17, 18 laps, maybe a bit more.
Yeah, I would say there or thereabouts.
Yeah, and let's have a look. We've got Nick is the leader at the minute, currently in 12th on those medium tyres. Behind him, he's going to be under pressure. He's going to try to get close to Mark Henley, while he's got Chris and Gatian respectively behind him on the softs as well. How did you find the difference in the tyres?
I mean, in terms of grip, it's not too bad on the mediums, but particularly as you're coming out of safety cars, you really do start to notice the difference between the soft and medium tyres.
Yeah, it's just that whole warm-up, isn't it? But I think you're right, that race pace, there actually isn't too much of a bad delta between them, really.
No.
This is going to be interesting. So who have we got in the chat before as the safety car does come in? We've got Isaac saying the ball boy is the GOAT. Unfortunately, he's in 5th at the moment. He's going to pull off a great race to get back up there. Stranger running F1. Hello to Brazil. Oh, is that from Brazil? Well, if you are in Brazil, fantastic to have you. Great to see you. We've got 29 watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. But now we've got green, and Reese is already under pressure from LRL, who's going to be really Stephens. He's going to be swapped on. Oh boy, unfortunately, LRL's got boxed in a little bit. That's going to allow Reese to fight back. And is he going to do it? He's not. Decides to bail out of it. LRL gets back past round the outside from 2 into 3. We've got Reese. Oh, now he already pulls out. It's all turn 3. Curvagunde. Reese on the inside, leaving just enough room from Stefan. But Stefan looks like he's got a bit more top speed there. And I think he's just going to have to... Oh, he's still trying to go through first. Plenty of... Oh! Sorry, you missed that. What? Go on.
Bit of a dive from Bold Boy, leading into a big spin.
Oh,
down
you just see him
now.
Yeah, saw him drop down the order. Hopefully he hasn't got any damage with that. It doesn't look like he has.
I think he's got away with it just about.
Yeah, Chris maybe getting a little bit desperate there after that start and trying to put himself back up there. I'll tell you what's important though for Mr. Blowhole is the fact that Bobo's come out ahead of Gatyan, who is also on the soft tyres. And that's just kind of allowed Chris a little bit of breathing room to focus on Nick up ahead.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, that LRL, Stefan and Reese battle, that's just allowed Dynamite a 1.8 second lead on this lap. Well, second really flying lap that we've had.
Yeah.
And then a lot of close battles we've got to Joni. He's battling with Saviour. Is he going to go on the outside into turn 1? Whoa, nearly closed the door. Saviour sees it coming. Is he going to try the switchback? He looks like we've got the run to Saviour. Wrong way. Sorry, apologies. And there he is going on the outside of Curvagunde. Look at that. The Joni on the inside. Hey, well, that's some good graphics. Not going to say. Can't believe we haven't noticed that yet. Who's going to be late? It's the bravest of the brakes. Alex has unfortunately left the session. Oh, Saviour has to give that one up at the moment for Ujoni. Just had that, seems to have that little bit quicker in the top speed, but now Saviour under pressure from one of his main championship rivals. It is the resurgent Sergeant Major. That is our triple champ. He is on a push. And J-Sarge is now on the charge, and Bald Boy has retired from the session. I think he's actually had a moment out of the Lesmos, and now we've got another safety car. Oh, it's been one to forget for Chris this evening. Mike and Chris already, unfortunately, our early casualties. Oh my days. And he is out of this race. Taking an early shower, opening the beer. And saying right on to Stranger Running, where we are next week, of course, in Brazil.
Yes, indeed.
Now, this is interesting. A lot of drivers now deciding to dive into the pits. And just actually went in the back of Saviour there with that one. So let's have a look. We're going to go back to our leader, but we're going to have a look at the tyres. Let's see. So Alex, he left the session, unfortunately. Hopefully his connection gets him back in. LOL's gone to mediums. Reese has gone to another set of softs.
Interesting strategy.
Yeah.
I guess he's counting on more safety cars.
Yeah, but I don't think the mediums will still take you to the end. So he's maybe counting on people either losing tyre performance, potentially, after he has a pit. Or having the pits and him making the most of them. At the moment, Boy's put in the Discord, okay, so his brakes failed. That's interesting. He wasn't driving a Haas, was he?
Track.
Either or Yuki Tsunoda's car.
I mean, the brakes are prone to overheating on this track. There are a lot of very heavy braking sections through here.
Yeah, that's actually, you make a very, very good point there, actually. Yeah, to wonder if, and he had that spin the lap before.
Yeah.
it'll be interesting actually. I thought it was controller slash brake pedal.
Just
had
gave
to
up.
lose. Yeah, maybe lost a bit of feedback. That was an interesting helicopter cam. We got a lot of trees there. Went very, very green, but that's actually quite an interesting camera shot. I really like that. So who have we got? Kid Dynamite still in the lead. Liverpool, Mr. Berger, he is in second. Ujoni in third. Nick up into fourth. He's just kept his nose clean, and he is running really in a really strong position, you'd have to say, on those mediums. In fourth already. Chris is up into fifth with his, well, you'd have to say his party teammate Bergen. They're normally in a party together. Is in sixth again on the mediums. Alex suffering again, unfortunately, with that connection. And then we've got Ollie. He's, an early pit stop and got to the back, and he's now up into seventh. So that's going to be interesting for him. He'll be quite relieved, I think, to be back in the mix. Then we've got G-Star in 8th. Fatch again after his penalty. And then another pit stop. He's had 2 stops already, don't forget. He is up into 9th on Fesher, medium tyres. Alex, hope he gets back in. He's currently in 10th. Then we got Stefan Rees, Seppi, J Sarge, who's somehow managed to get ahead of Xavier in the pit stops. Don't know if the Alpines were stacking with Alex. No, Alex didn't pit.
No, he didn't pit, did he?
No. I don't know how he's managed to do that, but Sarge is somehow ahead of Xavier. McKinley in 16th, Gatian 17th, and the hosepipe is in 18th. And yeah, Alex,
maybe Xavier had some of that invisible damage again.
Well, that's a good call. That is a really good call. Actually, didn't think. Yeah, he might. Yeah, may have done that. But all the pack is bunched together. Surely we will see the safety car in this lap, and will we see another lightning start from Dynamite? Will he catch people napping, or will he have a Liverpool for company going down into turn 1? But there we also have a Johnny who's looked really quick in a straight line. He was battling with Xavier early on, and that top speed of the McLaren is really, really strong, which is a line you don't really hear much this season if you're an F1 fan. But luckily, car performance unequal, so all's fair, you'd have to say.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got some very quick Hasses in Tier 3.
Well, yeah, we're currently 1 in second, and I think Bob Dynamite's gone early. Or is he just winding it up a little bit? It hopefully won't get the glitch that I had, as he has got a little bit of the glitch. That slowed him down. That's allowed Gerhard to get up alongside, who didn't necessarily have the glitch. The side-by-side shooting, they're using every bit of VRS along the straight. Who's going to be bravest on the brakes? It's a bit of a close one, and Dynamite's trying to hold it. Liverpool gives him room, and I was going to have the better traction. It is Liverpool, the outside line. He takes the lead.
Very unlucky start from Kid Dynamite there.
Yeah, he nearly timed it absolutely perfectly. Oh, as we've got to Johnny go on Curva Grande. No, quick he is in the straight line. Really trying to have a look left and then right.
Oh, there he goes.
Manages to hold. He got the side by side going to the first last moves. He's on the inside and makes the move. Dynamite's gone from first to third in the matter of 4 or 5 corners. And now Joni, this is going to be a heck of a start from him. He is now, let's have a quick look at the position. Changes up 8 as it stands. Nicking BT and Chris up 12, so is Bergen and G-Star respectively. Bergen lost on the start to Ollie, unfortunately. But still, long game for Bergen.
Really unfortunate for Alex there off the line, disconnecting again.
Yeah,
right
he's
down
now
18th now.
You're right, it really is. Oh, this is painful to watch for him. He's showed decent pace. He is, especially again. It's so unlucky for him. Oh, he's had one of those seasons as well that he's currently in 20th in the standings. Obviously, we've got a few more further down because of reserve drivers. But yeah, he's had a difficult season. Only got 7 points to his name, which is very much unlike him.
He's gone round now, Kid Dynamite.
Oh, he has. He's in the background.
Big spin.
Was that on the brakes into turn 1? He was on the inside of turn 1.
I didn't quite see what happened there. There may have been a bit of contact.
Well, unfortunately, I was too busy talking. Oh goodness me. And we actually I missed it, not gonna lie. Oh, he's gonna be kicking himself. Hopefully he hasn't heated his tyres too much. Hopefully he hasn't taken too much wear out of them and he can get back on the charge. He's got Thatch now for company in the sister Red Bull. Alex is struggling. He actually can't rejoin the session. Oh, this is painful.
Oh.
Painful for Alex. Very painful, but up ahead. Top two, breaking away a little bit from Nick, who's still on the medium tyres, don't forget. So
I was just about to say, this is like where the medium tyres are going to come into their own, but they are still pulling away from Nick a bit.
They are a little bit at the moment, you're right. And it's just, well, I think that the soft's obviously going to go a little bit longer. You may see people to about lap 13, maybe 14. And then potentially Nick come in, well, hey, he's kind of got any time, I guess. The strategy will be very much open to him. The softs will do maybe 10 laps. Maybe a little bit more as well. So, yeah, the strategies are very much open, you'd have to say, at this point with people, especially if they've pitted, for example, like Ollie. Thatch has now got a 3-second penalty. He's having a dice with his teammate further down, and he's actually, I think he had a bit of a moment.
He did.
That's allowed Dynamite through, but Reese and G-Star side by side through curb and Grande. Who's going to have the higher top speed? Currently it's G-Star, but then Reese has got the inside line, and he does. G-Star just gives that up. Not really fighting, you'd have to say. G-Star, different strategy. Alex is still doing his best to get in.
He's definitely playing the long game there.
Yes, Jess Sarge is pitted now.
Ooh.
So that's an interesting one.
That's a very early call.
It is. He's actually made 2 stops now because I wonder if he had damage.
Yeah, he might have done.
Because he did pit under the safety car, of course, and he came out ahead of Xavier, who's currently in 13th spot. There's now Seppi. Wow, good move. Using the DRS into the Ascari chicane. Now look at that. Thatcher's now got Xavier for company. Who's going to be quickest in a straight line? Who's going to be using ERS? Who's going to be saving it? He's not really challenged by Hosepipe at the moment. It's just who can get the exit out of the Parabolica. Thatch a little bit twitchy, but takes the wide line, so Mounty can get the power down. Oh, Joni's now pitted as well, out from second. You'd have to say I'm surprised about that because of the safety car might have been able to save his tyres, but look at this. Seppi's getting pressure from more. Thatch, who's going to be late on the brakes? Xavier just watching it as Thatch goes very deep. Is Xavier going to try the outside line? It's a bit too close, actually. He had to back out of it.
Yeah.
Have 2 stabs into turn 2. So who's going to be next on the pits? Ujoni's got a bit of clear. He's got 4 seconds to his teammate. With the fresh medium tyres, they will easily go to the end. Are we going to see Le Rappel dive into the pits at the end of this lap? What about Chris Bailey? He's all over the back of the Alpha Tauri now. DRS wide open, that letterbox in the rear wing wide open for the Willy Boys. Mr. Blowhole in third. Having a great race so far, must be said. So again,
he's having a fantastic race.
It's a little bit wide out with Sky. May have got a warning for that unless he eased off the throttle. As Alex still struggling, trying his best to get back in. Fingers crossed for you, Alex. We do hope that you get it. And let's have a look. Is Chris going to pit? Is Le Rappel going to pit this lap? Let's have a look ahead. He doesn't. Sticking with it so far. Feeling good for the tyres. They've saved a little bit. Lucas, nice to have you, my friend. Thanks for joining. Reese then sets the fastest lap of the race, actually. He's got Bergen. He's looking at Bergen. There we go. Chris looking around the outside into turn 1. Is there going to be room left from Nick? There is. Actually, very fair racer is Nick. Yeah. The outside line seems to give you just that extra bit of acceleration out of the traction. And now
it doesn't seem like a good idea, but it works quite well in the long run.
It does. I think there's been a bit of battling going on. Gatian's had a moment in the other Williams. Xavier's now up to 11, but he's got Hoseman for company. Side by side, I think. Oh, what's going on there? Xavier 5 corner cutting gained a place. Oh no, that's strange. He backed off and gave Gatian the place back. And got 5. That's just strange. I think I maybe looked at the stewards. I've never seen that one before.
That may well be.
Never seen that before. Meanwhile, Gerhard Berger in the Haas is pulling away. 3.2 seconds his lead over Nick BT, who's also got Mr. Blowhole for company. Ollie and Reese are joining this party. Ollie's looking pretty good, you'd have to say. I'm not going to jinx him. I'm going to leave him alone. Yeah. I'm going to leave him alone. I don't want to jinx him, to be honest.
The other one who's had a great race so far is Bergen.
He is, and as I said, that Ollie one's very wide through Parabolica. Chris is now bailed. He's gone in the pit. And look at that. because of Ollie running wide, that's allowing Reese to go side by side. But that Ferrari looks very quick in a straight line. The side by side. Use every bit of ERS flashing at the end of the straight. Who's going to be bravest? Are they going to leave enough space? Oh, Reese bounces over the curbs. He's going to try the switch back. Is he going to have the traction? He's not. Again, gets very twitchy. Ollie manages to keep the place just about. But who's going to be quickest around the Curva Grande? Reese right pushing the Ferrari along. Pulls out alongside. Is he going to be able to get the slingshot, as he used to call it in America, past into turn 4? And he does this time.
He is.
Yeah, Ollie had to back out. Woof. And now, of course, who would be following but the one, the only, the kid, Dynamite. I nearly did the whole Miss Dynamite thing then. I was so close to doing it.
I think you should know.
I'll save it. I'll save it for later.
We'll see where he finishes.
Yeah, exactly. If I did that, I'll just mute my microphone and Mark's left the second stream dead. I think. I don't know if my voice goes that high.
You'll have to give it a go at the end.
Yeah, you know what? I might have to just practice that when there's no commentary on, and then I'll maybe bring it out. I might bring it out next week or in Australia. I think I might bring that one out. We'll see.
That's a season finale moment.
It's yeah, it is. That really is. But we've got a little bit of a DRS train here. Reese has got past Ollie, but Ollie's still keeping with him, only 6/10 further back with Dynamite right behind there.
Broke himself a bit there at turn 1.
Yeah, he did, and he's had to go straight on round and lost a lot of pace. Lost one to Stefan now as well. But Dynamite's, 13 laps, same with Gerhard up front on the softs. Well, we did say they might go 13-14 after the safety cars, and we seem to be getting proven right for a change in the commentary box.
Yeah. Doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't. It's either that we're going to have a curse, and I've already done that, so I'm not going to look at Ollie again. Because he did that, and then Reese got past him. Exactly. Exactly. But looks like Dynamite got a really good run off the second Lesmo, not quite close enough. Ollie, I don't know if he's in DRS, he's not that really, probably not quite open. He used a lot of DRS just flashing there at the end of the, what do we call that one again? It is the Curva del Seraglio.
Yeah.
But look at this. Reese all up the back of the AlphaTauri. Nick has not really had much, many laps to just breathe easy. And now he's gone from having a Williams to a Mercedes up his chuff. And I tell you, someone's gone round. That might have been Fatch, I think. And now Leverpel, leader, does finally pit.
Yeah.
Who was that that's gone round? I think it is Fatch. It is. He went outside of a Ascari chicane, maybe lost it through the last part as he got some damage. He might have been able to get away with that and spun in the middle of the track. We'll have to see. Dynamite now finally pits for those medium tyres easily. 12 laps to go to the end. It's difficult to think when yes, it's a 1 minute 20 lap, but it goes by so quickly.
It does.
I think places like Netherlands had 36 laps or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Which seems to, that is a difficult track. That takes it out of you, the concentration levels needed.
Yeah, the difference is that a lap around the Netherlands feels about 6 hours long.
That's what it'll be. Because I'm sure if we were commentating this time last week, instead of lap 15, we were saying, and we're on lap 5.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, exactly.
My room would be empty, I would be thirsty, I would just be, and the drivers would be sweating. And look at this, we've got Reese gets the run a little bit. They're both using a lot of ERS, both lights flashing, and Reese does get past. Now, was he ahead going into the DRS detection point? Now, that is going to be the question. Who's going to have the DRS down the straight? Is it going to be Nick? It is, it's Nicky. There it is, the letterbox opens. Reese, red light flashing, Nick catching, and going up the inside. And who's going to be late on the brakes? We know Reese is very, very good on the brakes. Does he outbrake himself? Not quite. But then, a little bit of a squeeze. But there we are. Nick gets that traction. It's that outside line gets the traction fantastically.
And that's a perfect example of using all your ERS to attack and then not having anything left to defend.
Yep, it is. It is, but look at this Reese. Backs out of it there. Alex is trying to get another invitation. I don't know if you've got Alex on PSN, if you could potentially give him an invite.
I do not, but I will add him quickly if he's listening.
Yeah, yes. If you let Simon know Oh, he's joined again. But someone try and get him an invite. Get him in quickly. We've actually migrated hosts, so I don't know who's actually got it at the moment. But look at this, Nick BT. The light flashing all the way. We're going to have to bring up the telemetry here. They're at 22% for Reese. We're going to ride on board with Nick. He's got 11%. And now look at this. Reese is trying to use a little bit of it, but not too much. As Nick, I tell you what, Nick's played really smart there. He's just backed off a little bit. Now he's got, unfortunately, Stefan has been able to catch up with this one. So has Ollie. And now we've got a four-way battle for the lead, folks. As Reese decides to pit. He's done 9 laps on those softs. He's going to have to go at the mediums. I think he's done 2 soft tyre runs. But look at this, Nick, under pressure from his teammate Stefan, who's got plenty. Actually, he hasn't got any. Ollie's got nothing left. LOL's got plenty of ERS left at this point. And fresher tyres. So, yeah, good moves from Stefan. It could easily go you're just about to the end on those. You would have to say on those mediums, Nick has to pit. Oh, still to pit. There is a yellow flag in sector 3, and somebody has gone round. That is... It's not Alex. Not sure who that might be. Oh, it's a safety car. Safety car is out. I think that might have been Gatian coming out of Ascari, actually in the middle part of Ascari. Gatian has gone round. This could be saving grace for Nick, who's gone through the second Lesmos. He won't lose as much time. Who may pit? Well, G-Star started on the medium. So did Bergen. This will be perfect for Bergen to go in the pits this time. You may see a few more, though, especially if they've got some softs left.
Oh, Alex seems to be back in the session, I'd say. I was quiet because I just added him, but he seems to be back in now.
Perfect. Perfect. Fingers crossed, because he's not out there. He's managed to pit.
He's
so
gone again.
Yeah,
Let's see if I can send a new invite that might actually work.
Yeah, fingers crossed. He's going to get back in. But for people like Nick and Ollie, who had no ERS left at all, that's going to help them massively.
Moment.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'll tell you what, this is going to struggle, because Nick dropped, I think must have been purposely, dropped about 4-second gap to LRL. We're going to keep on board here with Nick, because this is going to be double stacking. In Alpha Tauri, is he going to have to wait? He does have to wait a split second. This could cost him to Ollie. Is Ollie going to come out ahead? He does!
Oh!
Ollie gets back past through in the pit stop, so that was a little bit of double stacking there.
Just squeezed out in front of SW, though.
It looked like it, didn't it? It did, yeah. Got away with that. And I think he's going to be very, very relieved to maybe only lose.
Oh, but Reese has just snuck in behind Ollie as well.
Yeah, how did Reese get there? He might have pitted the lap earlier. Let's have a look. Yeah, he did. But he's on the medium tyres, so Lerapel, 2 laps on those. Obviously, he's got away with that, you'd have to say, Lerapel, getting those tyres up to temp and just keeping that lead. Did Gerhardt. Blowhole is going to be on his rear wing, 2 laps longer on those. Then we have Stefan on the soft tyres there. Kid Dynamite, good recovery. He was down quite a bit further down than that, up into 4th now. Ollie on the softs, he's in 5th. Reese 6th. Nick after that pit stop in 7th. Seppi in 8th. Bergen in 9th, but on the softs as well. Hosepipe in 10th. G-Star in 11th. I'm going to have to call G-Star something else, because that wasn't that a clothing G-Star Raw, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to call him something else. There was definitely another make that was big around that time. I'll come up with it.
Yeah.
Both McLarens unfortunately out the points, 12th and 13th. Fatch in 14th, having a bit of a meal of it today. Sarge has pitted again, and Saviour in 15th and 16th. Then Alex in 17th, who's having a lot of connection issues tonight. I think we're going to have another lap under the safety car. We've got a few drivers. That'll be both the Alpines going through the Lesmos at the moment. So we'll have one more lap under safety car. And it's still, who knows what's going to happen with this one. We've got different tyre strategies. And this is...
I'll tell you who's looking great at this point is LRL.
Yeah.
Look on those fresh softs behind medium runners.
Yeah, he is. Right, and he can make the most of them. Then we're also going to have Nick as well on those fresh ones, and Ollie.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, but Reese, as we saw, you can get them up to temperature probably just after turn 1, turn 2. They come up to temperature really quickly because of the heavy braking.
Yeah.
And the heavy then traction after that. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, I think, to see who can get those tyres working and see if there is much of a difference between them.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully for Europel and Chris Bailey, their mediums aren't too old.
Yeah, true. So, we'd have to say there's only Alex to catch up now, and we'd have to say that the safety car will come in at the end of this lap.
He's still joining in and out, mind.
Yeah, but with the safety car, he will be able to get to the back of them, and then we'll have Gerhard Berger is going to be our de facto safety car yet again. And we'll have 8 flying laps, hopefully 8 flying laps, to end this Monza Italian Grand Prix. Connotations for the championship, you'd have to say. So we've got Liverpool. That will jump Liverpool. Very
oddly
close.
Racing us left.
Ooh.
So a bit of a connection issues there as well, maybe.
We've seen a lot of glitches at the minute in the lobbies.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking about this beforehand, and this could be down to potentially preparing for the next game. Obviously due out in a couple of weeks, and there does Liverpool go at the end. He does. He's gone outside of Parabolica. Is he going to take Chris Bailey? He's not, because Chris Bailey's got Stefan for company, who ducks back into the slipstream, ducks back out again. Is he going to try and make a move under the brakes? Chris has gone defensive. Can't really go anywhere, but wow, look at that LML on the outside. Into turn 2, gets the inside line. What a fantastic move from Stefan.
Working.
That really was under brakes, yeah, definitely. Wow. Great move from Stefan there. But look at this kid Dynamite as well. It's going around the inside of turn 3, outside of turn 4. It's going to be bravest on the brakes, just about. Oh, had to take
very nice
line, but I think
there.
Chris got a little bit wobbly on the exit. Dynamite got some really good traction. Oh, it looks like Chris is struggling for grip in these at the safety car restart. He's dropped a huge amount of time to the top 2 through the Lesmos, and this is holding up Dynamite, but Dynamite gets the run out of Lesmos side by side. No DRS, of course, folks, for another couple of laps after this. There's been contact! I think there's contact!
Ooh.
I don't know if there's damage to Dynamite. There is. He's lost an end plate. Oh, he's just come back on track, and I think he's been into the wall. He's out!
He's out!
Oh, my days. Definitely speechless.
I'm not even entirely sure what happened there.
It looked like the wheel, it started with a bit of contact with Mr. Blowhole, and then he hit the wall, had damage to the end plate, went straight through Ascari, and I don't know who he hit. It may have been someone like G-Star. I think it was Nastin. It happened that quickly. And it sent him into the wall, and wheels go flying, and unfortunately 3 wheels on your wagon's not going to cut it in Formula 1. And
no.
Dynamite, unfortunately, this race has gone from bad to, well, it can't really get much worse than that, unfortunately.
Nope.
And that is him out of the race for DNFs. Dynamite, Gatti, and Ballboy and MTO all out of this race. Of course, Ballboy and MTO in the first 5 laps, unfortunately, of this one. But I think that's left us a little bit speechless.
It has, yeah.
Because, well, Chris was struggling a lot on that restart. And now Ollie's joined, but unfortunately after that, he's now gone from, well, de facto about 4th or 5th down all the way to 13th place. He's going to be kicking himself with that one. He's going to be absolutely furious, unfortunately, with his connection. But unfortunately, it's nothing to do with, well, it could be partly to do with 2021, preparing for 22 game. And it could also be down to your network provider, so take it out on them.
Yeah.
Really. Best way to describe it. Alex still having connection issues, unfortunately, at the moment. And running in 16th, but I mean, dare I say this to Alex, this is not going to help. I'm not going to rub salt in the wounds, but with no connection, yes, you're running at the AI pace. However, you're keeping out of trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
You're definitely not going to crash out under AI.
No, you're not, are you? You're not. Unfortunately, it just doesn't. I don't think it's going to help him. Unfortunately, but 2 DNFs in the last 2 races. Same with Orfatch. Yeah, it's not going to help him much, I'm afraid, with that one. And that's now, unfortunately, for Kid Dynamite, 4 races in a row without scoring any points. So this is really hampering. He's now dropped to 4th, obviously, in the standings, but currently with Gerhard leading the race, he's going to drop a good few places behind him. Big Chris Bailey, G-Start, currently in the points. Not close enough to jump him at the moment. Needs a good handful of points, I think, to get that. But currently, yeah, Chris and Rappel could jump Dynamite, so he could see himself, unfortunately, drop down the championship order. And, of course, our top 2 in the championship, Jay Sarge and Xavier, out of the points as it stands. And then that will help Stefan, currently in 2nd, should leapfrog Jay Sarge and jump into 2nd, and only a few points further back as well from our championship leader. So 2 rounds to go. It is hotting up.
Yeah. I mean, Europel's safety car starts have been very impressive, because getting those mediums up to temperature for the restart is really difficult around here, I have to say.
It is. You're very right. And now looking at the tyres, now we've got, 5 racing laps after this one, which I'm sure we'll have. The safety car will go in at the end of this one. There is no problem with tyre wear for any driver. 3 laps on the soft, those should be all okay. 3, 4 laps, 8 laps for Bailey, Lirapel was 6. There shouldn't still be any issues, you'd have to say, with that wear, especially a couple laps under the safety car as well, to really help that wear, keep that down as well.
Chris Bailey wants to do some big weaving now if he wants to be able to make some moves.
Yeah, he struggled, didn't he, early, and that's last safety car restart, which was the unfortunate series of events that led to, unfortunately, the retirement of Dean, Mr. Dynamite. And now a lot of the drivers just doing the whole Kimi Räikkönen trick, not trying too much, just waiting. And when is LOL going to Lirapel? Sorry, Berger's gone now. He's gone. He's caught them napping. Stefan's really been caught, but look at this. Bailey's got a bit of a... Well, he's tagging everybody else along with him, and is Seppi going to have a look? We're going to go back. The top 2 unchallenged relatively. Seppi's got Reese and Nick along, all trying to fight for a bit of clean air. Don't want to make that last gas-breaking lunge, and Chris manages to hold on for Seppi behind him. But look at the gap. He's lost a second already to LRL and to Gerhard up in front. Who's had a moment? Sarge's back in the points.
By the looks of it. Had a moment.
Who was that? Sorry, I missed that bit.
You, Joni, I think.
Oh, yeah. Xavier now's got past Ollie. He's going to be trying. He knows where Xavier's still got that penalty, so he needs to be pushing like crazy to try to get any points to stop that onslaught from Jay Sargent, of course, Lirapel and Stefan scoring maximum top 2 posts at the moment. Thank you, Lewis. He's posted in the Discord. If you are in our Discord, jot on to there and get your driver of the day votes in, folks. We're going to be watching the top 2 because we've got Stefan 0.4 of a second behind Lirapel. We're going to try to get the there you go. He's put it into the description, so thank you to all 60 people watching. Fantastic. Get on to find it, click on the description, click on the link that's been kindly posted by one of our administrators, and vote for your driver of the day. But still got 4 racing laps left. Let's have a quick look at the position changes while we're doing that. Just might help you potentially with that. Reese is having a look at Chris Bailey, who's going to go, but oh, look at that on the inside. Who was that? That was Nick. What an opportunistic moment. Wow.
Incredible pass there.
Wow, I'm a bit speechless by that one now. Bergen, wow, Chris Bailey's gone from 3rd down to 7th, unfortunately. I don't know if he's struggling again with the grip and the warm-up on those mediums, but Bergen now getting past him. This is a great one from Bergen. 19th, don't forget he qualified, is now into 6th. Nick has gone from 16th up into 4th as it stands. He's going to be trying to drop Reese before that DRS opens wide. He's going to be under a lot of pressure. But we're going to be on board with Stefan. No DRS this lap. He's got Seppi for company, but not close enough time to use the bit of the toe. Is he going to... Wow, he takes all the inside line through the middle of a scar, through turn 9. That's That's a seriously good setup to be able to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
As look again, going to the inside, trying to break the toe, and now we're going to have at the end of this lap, DRS will be wide open, but let's have a look. Can Stefan steal a march, get in the slipstream? We're going to ride on board. Look at that, he's following, getting closer, moves to the outside line. Seppi's too far back, but is he side alongside? He's going to be latest on the brakes in a 2-1, little bit of an outside look from Gerhard. Doesn't do it this time. Is he going to have the traction? He does on the outside. That is just, well, we're learning something, I tell you now. We've definitely learned something tonight, that outside through turn 2 is definitely where the grip is. But look at this, he's coming back at him through to Kerbegon. It backs out this time, doesn't want to go on the outside line. But look at this, that's allowed Seppi to have a dive on the outside and manages to make the move. Wow, really caught Stefan. Was really looking at Gerhard there, and then Seppi just takes that option and goes, thank you very much, around the outside. Those soft tyres really working well. Let's have a quick look, but of course don't forget now, look at that, we have all to the second and third, but Lewis is Seppi going to have a look into Ascari. He does. Who's going to be late on the brakes? He's going to be hampering through the middle and exit, but who's going to favour on the exit? I don't know, but don't forget Nick VT's right behind this lot. Let's have a quick look back. There he is, the Alpha Tauri. And Seppi seems to use all of his ERS, and he's had to just give way a little bit because of that clipping, as they call it, at the end of the straight where the battery starts to harvest. He has none left. We're going to have to bring up the telemetry, see who is using the most. Actually, Stefan nearly used most of it down the straight. Oh, he tried to go for the inside cut off from Seppi, who's got the DRS, who's going to make the move. We've got 2 laps, folks. Both of them go deep through that. Oh, there's a tap as Leverpel gets through, as Seppi's got the 3-second penalty. But look at that, Nick VT again takes most as Ollie's, he's DNF'd. Ollie's speeding the pit lane, and Ollie's out of this race. One of the Ferraris now is gone, but we cannot take our eyes off this 4-way battle. Actually, to be fair, it's now a 6-way battle. We look back, we've got Bergen and Reese joining this party.
It is incredibly close at the top here.
It really is, and I'm going to have to somehow pause for breath, but I can't because we've got a lap and a half left. Everyone's got DRS. Seppi's going to be pushing and trying to break any bit of toe, but look at this from Nick. He's got some really good straight line speed. Liverpool still got the grip though on those mediums, but Seppi's going to be hampered maybe through Ascari. He goes that tight line. Has Nick got the drive out of it? He does, but look at that, use every bit of the track. Great exit from him, but look at this, Liverpool there. Everyone trying to get the toe down there. Seppi again recharged. He's got 10%, 13 through Parabolica. But whereas Nick's got 33%, Liverpool 19%, using it early to get the drive off Parabolica. Now we're going to ride on board with Nick as he sees Seppi. The lights flashing. Is he going to make the move? It's simply done. Is he going to be on the outside? What's Seppi going to do? He tucks back behind. There's a bit of a move further back. There isn't. Oh, as now Nick's gone deep. He might have got a warning for it because he bounced across the curves, but manages just to keep it. He's having to use every little bit of his ERS just to try to keep ahead, as we know Seppi's very good into turn 3, and unfortunately Alex, he didn't manage to pit and he's been disqualified. Oh, he's had a nightmare of problems. That's so unlucky for him. It must have done a medium to medium the game, unfortunately for him. This is going to hurt Seppi more than anybody else. He could potentially drop down to 7th after this, so he's going to push. But now of course we've got the second DRS zone, the last time we will see it this race, because it's not closer. But here we go, Seppi's on the charge. Is he mounting? He's getting closer. He's going to have a look on the inside of Ascari. He's not this time, not close enough. Nick just about keeps it. This is going to be a monumental victory if he can keep it. Uses every little bit that he's got left as everybody's in the tow. We got
Jay Sarge is out.
Jay Sarge is gone. But we can't look at this. Whoa, look at the old Seppi on the outside of Parabolica, the last corner. He's gone on the outside as LML Bergen. Liverpool's gone. Outside Parabolica. Now we cross the line. I'm going to come back to the results. He's gone. Yeah, there he is. He's lost outside Parabolica. Oh my goodness me. I'm just going to wait a moment. Wow.
What a finish.
Wow.
Yeah. 2 speechless commentators.
I bet Nick Seppi Bergen with the podium as well.
That chant that's going on in the Discord, Bergen for Tier 1, is proving quite true today.
Yeah, it is a little bit. It really is.
Yeah.
We're going to round out that. We're going to come back to those as well in a moment because... Wow.
Yeah.
Bergen gets the game's driver of the day. Gee whiz. So let's go back to that. We'll skip those celebrations because we want to get on to the results. Nick BT started 16th. He finishes at the top step of the podium. What a race. His teammate Stefan takes it in second. Bergen from 19th up to third. Takes third with that one. Wow. Reese, his teammate. Wow, we've got an Alpha Tauri 1-2, Mercedes 3-4. I've not seen that for a long time. That's fantastic from Reese as well. He finishes fourth. Seppi, after that penalty, he moves down to fifth. Hoseman takes sixth. G-Star in seventh. Xavier, in the end, does get points for that. He gets eighth. Ujoni in ninth. Chris Bay, in the end, gets 10th and a point for that. Vatch, unfortunately, out the points. Marcani in 12th. All of the finishers, only 12 finishers. And we saw right at the death, Liverpool losing it out of the parabolic on the last corner, the last lap. JSR's lost it as well on the last lap. Ollie, unfortunately, just was tired as well. 3 laps from the end. Dynamite, unfortunately, we saw that big DNF from him, from the Escarisha King. Gatian as well. Ballboy and MTO went early doors. And Alex, unfortunately, connection issues all night. He has, unfortunately, been disqualified because of the game not using both tyre compounds. But wow.
Very intense race.
It was those last 5, I think. What a superb race we have just witnessed. Thank you to absolutely everybody who's watched, who's taken part. Don't forget to vote for your driver of the day. It's in the description below, because I don't know who to call for that one. I honestly don't. That was just incredible. And thank you for taking part as well in the commentary as well and the live chat, folks. And well, special thanks to you, Simon. Thank you for joining me for the first time. We've been together in the comments box.
Thank you for having me. It was quite a race for my first one in Tier 1.
You get used to being breathless. Well, I and just going, what just happened? This is a weekly occurrence with Tier 1 in MRC. So if anybody's watching now who isn't part of MRC, get subscribing, get that subscription, share those videos, because honestly, this is what happens every single week. And I'm going to probably have a coronary at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Because this, I can't cope. Wow, that was incredible. Yeah. So we are going to leave it there, folks, for tonight. Sam and I are going to go and take a breather. Nick's, would we challenge Nick to do a shoey? I think after that race he's going to have to.
I think he might, yeah.
You have to do the shoey. It's the new trend we've got going on. So Chris started it. And then, that's going to have to carry. But congratulations to Nick taking that win. Very well deserved. He's had a lot of bad luck this season, and that very, very well deserved. Stefan in second, Bergen on the top on the podium as well in third. Well, thank you again.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Great race, amazing race.
It was, certainly was. Don't forget, folks, we are back 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening for Tier 3, where you'll be racing, won't you? I do believe.
Yeah, wish me luck.
Yeah, definitely best of luck for that one. And then after that, we will have Tier 4 following suit with all the action. We are going to be live on our YouTube channel, of course. There is only one place to be for all things MRC. Tier 3, we have the Lion King himself. It will be Simba with the Coco commentator. That is Connor. Then the other part of the T-side twosome, that is Mr. Stoob. Morgan Stubbs will be with Mr. Blowhole himself for Tier 4. And then, of course, on Friday. But we will be there for MRCX. We'll be here one more time. All tiers will be here. Don't miss it, folks. Join us. Ring the bell. Get watching and subscribing. And we will see you in a couple of days. Good night.
Yeah. Good night.